Arsenal versus West Ham on the English Premier League, and the questions that most Arsenal fans are having right now: is this a tough game of football? Is this an easy game of football? Is it a complicated game of football? Is Arsenal going to win this game? Now, let's get into this game and, of course, be able to discuss a few things about this game. Now, if you try and check on how Arsenal has played against West Ham, Arsenal has looked like the bigger brother. Arsenal has looked like they've had an advantage because head-to-head, Arsenal has got more winnings as compared to what West Ham has against Arsenal. And if you check right now, West Ham is currently sitting at position number second last on the English Premier League table. In fact, they've had a very poor, start of the season because they've only managed to win 1 game, 1 draw, and 4 losses. But having said so, this is a team that can really frustrate you. If you try and check on last season on its own, at the Emirates Stadium, West Ham beat Arsenal 1-0. So for me, as you're going to be facing West Ham, I feel like this is one of the litmus papers that Mikel Arteta needs to get into and, of course, be able to prove a point and make sure that he's winning. Look, on the game against Newcastle has been always frustrating Arsenal. Mikel Arteta got it right, and of course Arsenal was able to win. This is also another fixture because should you look at the loss that Arsenal got against West Ham last season, had we won the game, it would have reduced on the points of which Liverpool were ahead of us, which means this is one of those games that really denied Arsenal a chance to win the Premier League. Now, as you're going to face West Ham and play with them, I expect to see competition from them because I expect them to come in full swing to be able to get that second win. And at the same time, on the other side, I expect Mikel Arteta to go in full swing so that he can be able to win this game. Now, these are some of the things that Mikel Arteta needs to get right so that we are able to win this game. Number one, he needs to make sure that we are controlling from the midfield. If we get to control the ball, control the narrative, we have to get it right from the midfield, and he has to put, the right players to play on that midfield. Because West Ham used to have a very good midfielder in Kudus who is no longer there. So we have to capitalize on that, issue because they sold a couple of their players and they are not the same West Ham that used to be. Now, the other thing that he needs to do, he needs to make sure that he's telling the boys to concentrate to the last second, because these teams are those sorts of teams that can score you, go and sit back. So we need to really make sure that we are not conceding that first goal. Rather, Arsenal is the one that is scoring that first goal. The other thing, he needs to get it right on team selection. Yes, West Ham looks like it's not that strong as compared to last season, but still, I feel like Mikel Arteta should, or is supposed to go in with a stronger squad or a more powerful squad. And in fact, because the international break is coming after this game against West Ham, so he needs to make sure that we are going with a win into this international break, because after that, there's going to be other more games, and you do not want to put yourself in a situation where you are not winning your game. And remember, Chelsea is playing against Liverpool, and you never know the outcome of that game. So win your game and hope for the best. Hope for a draw or even a loss for Liverpool or whichever. And, that is football. So he has to make sure that he's getting it right. Now, I've looked at that one. Do I expect competition from this game? Yes, but still, I'm predicting that Arsenal is going to easily win this game with a score of 3-0 there and about. The general expectations that I have for this game, or most Arsenal fans have for this game, is number one, that we do not get more injuries. Because look, even on this game that we just finished on the Champions League, Gabriel Magalhaes looked like he was not that okay, and of course was substituted. And we are tired of these unnecessary injuries that keep on popping up. So I really hope that we are not going to get more injuries. Number two, that is there's going to be very good officiating. And number three, that we're going to walk out with a win from this game, because we want to go to the international break while we have a win rather than a draw or even a loss. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is my match preview between Arsenal and West Ham. What are your thoughts about my match preview? What do you think, or what is your prediction about the team that is going to win this fixture? Talk to me on the comment section there. Let's keep the conversation going.